Okay, so this is a movie about the left menu and how much stuff that we have to do to make this work. So first, initially, I thought about putting a little button that's similar to Jira, so you can click it and it will collapse. However, this doesn't really work because we have a second panel or multiple styles of second panel that flies out. For example, on reports, there's another thing that flies out, which wouldn't be that bad, but it starts to interfere when there's a scroll bar, or on the dispatch, there's another window, and then on the calendar, it becomes kind of complicated. So I thought, well, what about putting this button inside of the home menu? So something like this, where you put the button right inside of the home rectangle. It doesn't overlap. It would have different states, and when you collapse it, what would have to happen then, it would have to actually be part of the menu. It would not work if it was a circle that was going over the edge, because we have so many things that are butting up against the left navigation, especially when it comes to these secondary menus. So this style would be very similar to how Jira does it. So as you know, there's a logo, a search, and add new. But as soon as you shrink the menu to 1, then all these elements pop in right in here. So we'd have to combine our expander button into the menu and then animate everything down. Very similar principle or pattern for the second panel. So in reports, we could put another button right here and would close, expand, and collapse this report window. Same thing for dispatch, and if you were to close dispatch, we could expose a little bit so it doesn't take up a lot of space, but we can even show some condensed version of how many jobs there are, the duration, and then give them a hint that there's something else here. Same thing for calendar. If we actually move the calendar, we could have a collapsed menu here and another button right here. I was kind of playing around to shrink the month, so I can add today button right here and remove the date from here. Similar pattern for unscheduled jobs. So this would also collapse and give you a little bit more real estate to preview all of your teams on smaller screens. So I'm making this movie mostly for front-end considerations because this seems kind of could be complicated to do. I don't know, but it would be awesome if we could do something like that where it moves the menu down, and when you click it, it disappears and the menu expands but also moves up, user controlled. So that's the idea. Thank you very much.